Welcome back to this edition of Underrated or Overrated Amazon Influencer Tips, where I share with you my opinion about stuff that I read on the internet and some of these Amazon influencer Facebook groups and other content creator groups as well. And this topic today, I think I should have called this segment like dumb or not dumb, because I just think it's dumb. And that advice that I see a lot is you should not ask for compensation from a brand unless they reach out to you. And I don't really understand this mentality whatsoever. This is a question that's often asked in these Amazon influencer groups is, if a company reaches out to me, should I charge them a fee? Or if I reach out to a company, can I charge them a fee? And the answer seems to be only charge a fee if the company inquires about your services or about you making a video for them. And I honestly don't understand this. And it goes against everything that I think is a business owner's responsibility, which is to generate revenue for their business. And this is one of the number one ways I generate revenue for my business as a content creator, as a micro media business owner, is I reach out to companies and say, hey, look, here's what I do. You want me to do this for you? Here's how much it is. And then they make a decision if they want to pay me or not. And it's pretty simple, and it's worked out really well. So I think this is bad advice, and it reminds me of when I started a podcast the first time and I was going to look for sponsors. Everyone who was anyone in the podcasting world said you shouldn't do that because you don't have enough downloads. You don't have enough people viewing your show or listening to your show, and so therefore you can't make any money because you have to do it this particular way because that's the industry standard. And I just said, well, if everyone is doing it, I'm going to try not to listen to them. I'm going to try to figure it out myself, and I'll reach out to the sponsor with the value proposition, and I will figure it out from them directly from the horse's mouth. So they say, I will figure out, do sponsors work with people with less than 10,000 downloads per episode? And the same was true in the Amazon influencer space where, people were saying, well, if you don't have a big audience, if you're not a big influencer, offsite, all this stuff, no brands are going to work with you. And I've not had any of those things. And I've done over 4,300 brand deal collaborations. The majority of those have been paid opportunities. And so I'm living proof that this indeed does work. And another reason this doesn't really make sense to me, it's kind of like, would you just continue to do your first job that you ever had? So if I rewound the tape of life and I was at that station, that grocery store bagging station, bagging bread, I would still be there if I had this mentality about everyday life. Well, I'm just going to bag this bread until somebody from a different company notices how good I am doing and they offer me a job. Like, that's kind of what we're saying here, is like, create more content and just wait until somebody notices you and reaches out to you. There are millions of pieces of content being uploaded to the internet every single day, probably every single second. I mean, I can't even tell you how much content is being uploaded to the internet. So for the brand, who is a very busy brand, building a business, reaching out, doing marketing stuff, for them to notice your video on the internet and then to take time and find your information and contact you to pitch you a deal to try to get to you to let them pay you, is probably not going to happen very often. Now, this happens in the Amazon influencer space a little bit more, but even someone like me who's established, has been around for 4 years, I got a great reputation in the business, I still don't have people knocking down my door. Maybe I get 10, 15 leads a day that are inbound leads. A lot of those are not a great fit, so there's a small percentage of those that actually convert into anything. That kind of happens, but if I were to sit around and not reach out to brands, especially those first 90 days in this business, then I would be completely out of control of my business, and that's not really a business in my opinion. And that's kind of why I beat up on the maybe money thing of just uploading content and hoping it gets on the carousel and hoping someone clicks it and hoping someone pays you and all this stuff, whatever. But when I'm working with brands and I'm working with sponsors, I'm in control of the sales process. I can create that sales process. I can reach out. I can follow up. I can bring the value that I think they need, and only they will make that decision if my content is good enough and worthy enough to be paid and to be compensated for. And so that might be a little bit of your problem. Like if you are reaching out to brands and they're not wanting to pay you, then maybe it's a content problem. Maybe it's a quality problem. Maybe you're not ready to get paid. But if you're not reaching out at all, then you're definitely not going to get paid. If you're not letting people know, hey, I charge a fee for this, then you're definitely not getting paid. Even if the entire industry doesn't charge fees, there's a lot of people in this business who don't charge any fees. I have a sales process for that. I overcome those objections. I get those deals anyway because I am creating the type of quality content quickly that these companies want. And so if your product is worthy to get paid, brands will pay you. So for all the people out there who are reading the same post I'm reading, the same Facebook groups, the same articles, watching the same YouTube videos to say you shouldn't charge unless the company reaches out to you, you should just make more videos and wait, it's bad advice and you're killing your cash flow. The beauty about brand deals, the beauty about sponsorship deals is these companies are businesses. They have marketing budgets. They have put money to the side to go, I'm going to pay the top creators in this industry. I'm going to pay them some money to make the video. So if you're one of those people, if you're a top creator, if you have quality content quickly in this Amazon space, then I'm more than confident that you can go out and land paid collaboration deals. Now, the pricing and all that stuff is much different for everyone, but for the most part, if you have a brand reach out to you or you reach out to a brand, I believe you can close a deal if you're willing to do the work and if you have content that's worthy to be paid. All right, so that concludes what I think about this particular topic, overrated or underrated. I guess you could say I think it's overrated. And if this video helped you, please do like, comment, share, whatever. And if you have another topic that you want me to weigh in on, please feel free to leave it into the comments. And then if you're just overall kind of confused going, what's the next step of landing these types of brand deals that are paid, then jump over into my community, billythorpe.live. The link is down below, and you can just join that community for free, ask any of the questions you need, and there's some great people over there who have had great success with this same strategy just as I have. So I think that's it for this video today. Appreciate it. Talk soon.